at the end of this match, lights go out, and we were a little surprised. I mean, it's been kind of teased online a lot. Brody King making his debut here in AEW, and so as soon as the lights went out and Malachi Black showed in the ring, I was like, oh my gosh, the booking between these two guys as singles matches would be fantastic. And then we saw Varsity Blondes come out to trying to save the day, and then lights go out again. Boom, Brody King is debuting, and the guy is an absolute beast. These two together look like just a wrecking crew that no one wants to meet. You don't want to meet these guys in a back alley. You don't want to meet them in a ring. They just scare you. You see them, women and children will run away crying. But I really impressed when Malachi threw Griff to Brody for that slam. I was like, he suplexed through him into his arm, under his shoulder. I'm like, dang. But you know much more about Brody than me, man. How pumped are you to see him in AEW?
Oh, dude, this is going to be great. I mean, these guys have tagged before, so like they'd have chemistry already.
Yeah.
Brody King is freaking sweet. Big dude. Obviously, you can tell Brody King is a wide man, a very big guy, and an athletic big man. So that's what's fun about him. You can be a big guy and be a wrestler and just kind of go through the motions, but when you can do some of the stuff that he can do, and you can move around like he can move around, you're gonna have some fun matches. And I know that Malachi Black is a bit of an acquired taste in the ring, so I think that for the House of Black, this is going to be a huge addition, just because it'll be able to kind of have some other people that maybe aren't as big of fans of Malachi's in-ring style to be like, okay, like I'm digging this now. And I think that this is a big addition, obviously, no pun intended, a big addition to AEW, just because, we've been teased about the House of Black for a long time now. This isn't like a new thing. We've been teased for a while, and now it's here. It's finally here. And it's going to be really interesting and fun because of how much has been teased, how much we want to see Malachi do stuff that's actually important instead of just kind of teasing what's coming next. Now we have what's next. It's here. And we get to see what the grand plan was all along. And that's always the best part. We're going to see the payoff.
That's right. And so we saw still Julia Hart milking that eye injury. And then later in the show, which was quite a surprise, was the Pac like milking that eye injury, say he can't see. Like, where do you see that like end result with that? Do you think Pac is going to come back and kind of save his brother Penta? That promo from Pac was absolutely incredible. Very thought out, very unexpected as well. So I'm intrigued. Do you see Malachi and Brody kind of going first toe to toe with Varsity Blondes because it makes sense? Really, a red hot babyface team versus a newly debuted team in the House of Black.
Man, I really don't know. I think they could go a lot of different directions with this one, which is cool. I could see people joining them that aren't currently with them. Maybe Julia Hart isn't going to be long for the Varsity Blondes. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of stuff that they could do with this to make it really interesting and unique. And it's not going to be like a recruiter thing. We've had a lot of those kind of storylines, with Team Taz and with the HFO, where there's recruiter storylines. This isn't going to be that. This is going to be something very different. And if it is kind of a similar tone where they are adding people, it'll be a very dark and very almost disturbing thing based on what we've seen so far. Man, I don't know if I want to see Pac join them or fight them. That's how fun it is. I could see it going either way and it being really interesting, because the thing is Pac's always kind of teetering, right? He's not really he's not really a baby face. This could have him kind of go one way finally, and he'll not be a tweener anymore. Either good or bad. So we'll see, man. I'm excited either way. I think it's going to be a blast.